Good Friday morning, everyone. We've made it through the week. It is Friday.
Good morning, my people. Friday. It's time to do the happy dance. I'm
Yes,
super excited about another weekend upon us.
me
Um,
too. And just for everyone who's listening, if y'all hear dogs in the background, I am having just a whole dog sitting party. So I apologize in advance.
I love the disclaimer. I love it.
Well, because they like to get they like to
All up in the Kool-Aid. We
all
gotta,
up in
we
the
got
Kool-Aid. They like to
all,
battle the really loud chewers and like
you
chompers. And so we'll see
that's
if this picks up anything.
that's funny. Okay, so let's get started.
Right
you know
into
what,
it.
girl, we are getting some rave reviews from friends and fam. But
That's
I have
exciting.
a couple of them have told me they had to wait to finish listening because we are going too long. So like it's enough. So we're
Okay,
gonna have to
well,
stick to our
we'll
30 to
work on
45
this.
minutes. Yeah. So we will try. But guys, this is real life. So it's not like we try to stick to you. We try to be cognizant of your time. Okay. Okay. So football. We're gonna kick it off with
Football. Straight
college
into
football.
it. Our teams are playing this week. Thankfully, not each other.
Yes,
Not yet,
that's
at
next
least.
weekend.
That's
That's
next
next
week. A week from
weekend.
today.
Yeah.
Um, so I know for UT, Art started last weekend,
Yeah.
because of Quinn's oblique injury, as they like to say what it was. Um,
Hmm.
and they have not given an inkling on who's starting this weekend. And so like I'm like
I think
slightly
it's gonna be
nervous.
Arch.
I think so too. I think they might want to hold Quinn like another week for the oh my God. This is a tongue twister for me. Red River rivalry.
That's funny.
Like that is
That
100% a tongue twister. So I agree. I think it'll be Art because they'll want to hold him to see. Hi, Lily. Sorry, I have a dog wanting to say something.
that is hilarious. Okay, so so this weekend, my Sooners are playing Auburn.
So your Sooners are playing Auburn. So they're
Let me
playing
double. That doesn't sound right
That
though to
doesn't
me.
sound right. I thought it was Georgia versus Alabama.
Yeah. Oklahoma's playing Auburn. Georgia is playing Tuscaloosa. They're playing in
Oh,
Tuscaloosa because college game day is going to be. So Alabama. Yeah. So yes, we're good. Um, I'm just preparing myself for next week. That's what I'm trying to mentally
it's
prepare
gonna be a
myself for.
fun one.
But college game day is going to be in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, which is a big party. And so that's going to be exciting for the Georgia Alabama game. Um, there's not a lot going on with college game day. I mean, as far as the call since Monday, I mean, obviously people haven't been playing, so we'll have
Yeah.
more updates come Monday about it.
Yes. And I am so shocked that I didn't bring this up when it was actually announced. But do you remember me talking about the Professional Women's Hockey League?
Absolutely, I do.
Okay, so they announced at the beginning of September, because year one, they just basically were known by their geographic destination. So, like Toronto, Minnesota, Boston, all that. So, they've officially revealed their names and logos for their six teams entering year two. I'm
Wow.
so excited. So, we have the Boston Fleet, the Minnesota Frost, the Montreal Victor, the New York Sirens, the Ottawa Charge, and the Toronto Scepters. So they are the first official monikers of the PWHL, which
I
is so
love it.
exciting. And
That
they've
is
like
great.
launched their logos. And obviously, like this is audio, so we I can't show you, but they are so stinking cool. And I definitely think they are different than the NHL, which I like.
Right.
Um, but also it was really funny. It took me a hot sec. So New York Sirens, like as someone who's like loves Greek mythology, sirens, I think of like the mermaid under the sea that sings and all that.
Hmm.
New York sirens, it means the first responders. It's not the
Yeah, that's what I was thinking when you said that.
it's
Oh,
not the not
princess, little, yeah.
yes. But they do have new team names, and so for Boston Fleet, it's a nod to the city's rich maritime history. The logo also subtly evokes the Hartford Whalers who played in the NHL from 79 to 97. The Minnesota Frost is a reference to the state of hockey's deep-rooted love for the ice. The
Mm,
Montreal Victor, the logo includes a hidden M within design as well as a fleur de lis, a national symbol of Quebec. Um, so they had said there's not meant to be a translation of the name when the team plays outside of Montreal. They wanted purposely their name to be French, regardless of where they play. And then the New York Sirens, it literally says in this article, rather than Greek mythology, the name Sirens is effective of both the sounds of New York City and the sound when a goal is scored. Hold, please.
did I lose you?
Did you lose me?
Nope.
Okay.
You
The
there?
dog stepped on my mic. And then Ottawa, inspired by the city's motto, Advance Ottawa in Avant. Um, And then the Toronto Scepters, the PWHL wanted to find a connection to royalty as it's known as the Queen City. So it's really cool to hear how these names and logos came to be.
That's exciting, and it's exciting for women. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, I think it says a lot about um what they are doing and how we're moving ahead. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah, 100%. Like I could never have fathomed this, 5 years ago.
yep, no, for sure, for sure. That's awesome. Well, good. Well, we need to take a before we get into our mental health, let's take a quick message from our sponsor. The Memory Quilt Company, turning your clothing into cherished keepsakes. At the Memory Quilt Company, they transform your clothing into stunning quilts, pillows, ornaments, and more. From the initial consultation to the final stitch, they are committed to creating pieces that reflect your unique story and their dedication to excellence. Whether you're honoring a loved one or celebrating a special milestone, the quilts are designed to be treasured heirlooms for generations. Discover the perfect way to keep your memories close. Find them on Facebook at the Memory Quilt Company. Are you looking to grow your business and increase your brand visibility? Become a sponsor with the Girl Talk Sports Talk podcast. Our sponsorship opportunities offer you a unique chance to connect with our dedicated fan base and community. Let us help you elevate your business name and reach new heights. Contact Melina or Mikayla today to learn more about how you can get involved and make a lasting impact. Join us and watch your business thrive.
All right. So, real quick, getting into our mental health moment of the day. Also, we just always want to disclaim we are not professionals, we are not licensed. We are just
We're certified crazy,
we are certified crazy. Um,
but we're not licensed professionals.
we're not licensed to give you any sort of medical advice.
We'll tell you what doesn't work for us.
Yes. So real quick, we want to talk about the power of laughter. Um, Anytime I feel like we're together, Marlena, it is just constant laughter.
You know, it's I have a girlfriend back home that this is we both always ask each other why we want to always joke around and laugh. And it's like our trauma response. It's like, so I agree that laughter, and a lot of people get frustrated when they're around me sometimes because they're like, she's always making jokes, she's always laughing. Okay, because life is not that serious. Like, yes, we got to make decisions, and yes, everything's got to get done, and all of that. But I would rather be happy and stressed out
Yeah.
than miserable and stressed out. And so if there can be jokes made, and you're right, when I'm with you, I'm always laughing. There are friends that I'm around. I'm thinking of one specific, and I'll give her a shout out. Michelle Herrera, when we're together, it is literally we can be sitting there doing nothing and we are cracking up at each other. So, laughter, excuse me, I 200% agree. It's um it's good. It's just
It
it
really is.
is.
I mean, the saying laughter is the best medicine is 100% correct.
Yeah, it's good for your mental health. It like I said, it reduces our stress. It
Hmm.
boosts our mood. You know, I don't ever want to leave people, not that I haven't, but I don't ever want to leave people worse off than I found them. I don't want to leave
Yeah.
them angry. I don't want to leave them pissed off. I'd rather them be laughing. Or I'm the type that I'll notice something funny or whatever, and I'll send them a picture or a meme or whatever. And then anytime they see that in the future, it makes them think of it. It makes them laugh because I made it
Yeah.
funny about it. Because so it does. It connects people, right? I think that we all are guilty of taking life too serious sometimes. And
Yes.
I grew up in an environment, well, where it wasn't always the healthiest. And you could always feel the stress in the room. You could always feel the anxiety and the heaviness, right? And when people laugh, it's really hard to be mad.
Yes.
Unless maybe they're laughing at you because you did something really crazy, right? But for the most part, um, it's good overall. What in it, they say that what's the word? Endorphins?
Yeah.
That it
Well, yeah, scientifically it's been proven that laughter does release like endorphins, and reduces cortisol, which anyone who doesn't know what those words mean, endorphin is basically the feel-good chemicals that make you happy, and cortisol is the stress hormone.
And there's that song, and people, when we were kids, if you're happy and you know it, clap your
Clap your
hands,
hands. Tss, tss.
clap, clap.
Yeah.
If you're and you go through the whole thing,
And it's
even if
hard
you
to finish the song not
without
happy.
being happy,
Yeah,
without being laughing or giggling or doing the hokey pokey, right? And
exactly.
all of that. Like, I'm just a believer in that. I really am. And I know for me, I'm a extremely private person, so a lot of times I deal with stuff mentally on my own.
Mm-hmm.
And but I will watch a funny video. I
Mm-hmm.
will watch a to combat my anxiety or my depression
Yeah.
or get my mind in a good happy place,
Yeah.
because it makes it tough to be angry and bitter if you're always finding something to laugh about.
100%, yeah. And thankfully, like we talk about how bad social media can be for your mental health and everything, but also in this aspect, social media is great for helping you find funny videos. I know on my For You page, I liked one funny animal video, and now it's just every like third one, it is like some sort of funny animal video, and those always get me laughing.
That and I know that this sounds horrible, but I love the videos where people get, I don't want to say get hurt because that's not what my thing is, but like if they fall or they trip
Oh
or
yeah.
like
Those are always funny.
and I know you're not supposed to laugh because it would hurt and you'd be really mad if it was you. Um, but it's great. I mean,
But
it's
see, on that aspect, I would 100%, in my friends on this, I will 100% laugh at you. I will help you up and ask you if you're okay, but I will laugh at you first. And have a feeling my friends would probably turn around and say the exact same thing because I want them to laugh. It's like if it's like a stupid fall, like, or I just trip over air, please laugh at me. Because clearly something was not communicating that great from my brain to my limbs. Um,
if I trip on air, I'm gonna have to remember that one.
yeah.
But isn't
So,
it funny?
yeah.
Speaking of laughter, I have been at the art museum, I
Mm-hmm.
have been at the aquarium, and
Mm-hmm.
I have been in the community. And
Mm-hmm.
somebody will be walking, and there's absolutely nothing, and we trip. And
Oh,
I've done it before. And that is just like, you don't want to laugh, but it's
but you
like,
have to laugh.
but you have to. And it's like, dude, all good. Nobody's hurt. Nobody was hurt in this experiment.
Yeah.
Um, but and it's a, some people get mad when people laugh at them, and I will be the first person to laugh at myself. I will tell you what I did or didn't do. Sometimes I call friends and go, "Big girl, you will never guess what I did. I am so crazy." And I will tell them,
Hmm.
and they just think it's the funniest thing ever. And I'm just like, you know what? I might as well laugh at myself instead of being mad at myself, because it
Yeah.
is what it is.
But yeah, so laughter really is the best medicine, um, for all intents and purposes.
Yeah, and it's contagious.
No, it
It
is.
is. What if you So there are videos that I will watch on Reels or on TikTok or on
Mm-hmm.
Instagram or Facebook or whatever, or X or
Mm-hmm.
any of
Whatever
them.
other social
Yeah,
platform
whatever
there is.
social media platforms I'm scrolling. And if I hear a funny laugh, doesn't matter what the video is, doesn't matter. I will just start cracking up because it's funny to me.
Yeah.
But I also try really hard not to take life so serious. I really do. I mean, yes, I take it serious, but not so serious to the point that I'm miserable, right? And not wanting to laugh. Uh,
Yeah.
Kimber, my granddaughter calls me in the mornings, and we start out with a joke of the day, and she's in fifth grade, so you can kind of imagine
Those are the
some of the jokes.
best
Yeah, the knock knock
jokes.
jokes and the uh I told her one the other day, and it's corny, but what do you call an angry carrot?
What?
Steamed veggie. But she's
That's a good one. And it's really funny because my favorite joke, and I will use it in literally everything. I've probably told several people the same joke just because it's the only joke that I have in my repertoire, that I can remember consistently. It's what do you call an alligator in a vest? And I'm pretty sure I've told this to you.
I have no idea.
It's an investigator.
No, I gotta remember to tell Kimber that one. I'm gonna better.
It cracks me up so every time I tell it. Like I know the punchline and everything. It's
We
just
don't
so
get paid for
funny.
this part of the entertainment to those that are listening.
That's like my favorite joke. An investigator. And I'm pretty sure I got told it by a little kid.
I know they are the funniest when they do that, because it's one of those things that I'm like, oh my gosh, Kimber, her little jokes are so funny. Um it but laughter really does. It boosts your mental health.
Hmm.
You don't need to be a comedian. I don't feel like I'm a comedian. Well, sometimes I'll tell friends I crack myself up because
Yeah.
it's just crazy, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Because I do try to always look for the humor. I've been trying to look for the humor. We don't even have time to get on this topic, but on the P Diddy,
Oh
all
yeah.
that's going on with P Diddy, I've been trying to find the humor in it. And when something goes wrong in someone's life, there's memes for days that come
Hmm.
out of it. And so I say that because it's one of those things that it's just like you can find humor in anything, no matter what it is. It's just hard. You may have to look a little harder on some days.
Yeah.
It boosts your mental health. It helps you um, realize that it's okay, um, and it kind of reshifts your focus.
Yeah. So what we want our listeners to do today,
What's your recommendation for the listeners to do today when they're listening?
I want y'all to find one thing to laugh about today, whether it's a funny meme or a silly moment in your life, or you just tripped over air like I do at least once a week in my office. And it's the worst because it always happens when my boss is watching me. And so I have to play it off.
I meant to do that. I meant to do that. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I remember one day I was laughing really hard at my girlfriend,
mhm.
and I bit my tongue, and it went from a laugh to anger in about 0.5 seconds
Because you're
because
so upset with yourself for biting your tongue.
yes,
Yes, sounds
because
about
it
right.
hurt. It hurt. Biting your tongue hurts.
It really
And it was
does.
just, I was cracking up, eating, we're just laughing. And,
And then you
oh,
go. Yep.
Yes, that tip of the tongue.
Yep.
Oh, I was so mad. I mean, literally, it went like within 0.25 seconds. You could
Upset.
probably see steam coming out of my ears.
Uh,
It hurt.
but yeah,
So,
so I challenge y'all to find one funny thing to laugh about today. Um, like I have a dog leaning over me right now and who's really, really wanting to breathe into the mic. Do you have something to say? Can you hear it?
that is hilarious.
But yeah. So to close out today, there's some stuff going on this weekend.
Girl, it's going to be another weekend. Number one, football.
Of
That's the
course.
key important thing here, football.
Oh my God, I just realized I didn't say anything. My Dallas Stars are undefeated in preseason right now.
Oop, okay. But it's preseason.
Okay, first of all,
Okay.
it's
It's
still hockey.
yes, it
Second
is.
of all, I really need them to lose at least one game. I know. See, the thing is the New Jersey Devils went undefeated in their preseason last year, and they had a really shit season. So
Okay.
I can't have the Dallas Stars have a really good preseason and then just drop the rest of the season. Um,
That's funny.
and my New Jersey Devils have lost every game this preseason. So we're gonna see how this plays out when they go to check.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, so next thing is so this weekend,
Yes.
Agape Ranch. Shannon talked to us on Monday about that.
Yes, the
That's
gala.
happening tomorrow night, Saturday night. As well as the Instituto is having their yearly gala. So that's happening. Football obviously is happening. Um,
Hockey is still happening.
Hockey, but you can go to, if you don't know what's going on or you want to find out what's going on, calendar events, CC.
I thought it was Corpus Christi events.
Yeah, yeah, that too. uh Corpus Christi, uh oh my gosh, he's gonna kill me again. Oh my gosh, what is it, Mikayla? Help me. It's
It
way
is
too early for this.
Corpus Christi events.com, I believe.
Mm-mm, that's not it. cceventscalendar.com. cceventscalendar.com.
Yep.
CC
cceventscalendar.com.
Tony, if you're listening, cceventscalendar.com. But yes, you can always check that. You can create an account if you are a local nonprofit or a place that is hosting an event. You can log in, sign up for a free account, and be able to um, put your event on there so that people in the community. Tony's working really hard to try to bring everything to one centralized place because there is so much
Yes.
always going on. So um that's it. That's all I got.
That's all. And so to wrap up this episode, real quick, this day in sports in 1973, Nolan Ryan strikes out 16 in 11 innings for a record of 383 of the season. And then just to round it out, in 1987, NFL player strikes begin in the US. So there's your fun little history fact for you about sports.
Yeah. And registration, voter registration, it's coming to an end. People
It
better get
is.
it. October 7th is the last day to register to vote for the general election. And we're going to get on those topics in the next couple of weeks, but it's about to get crazy in the whole political
Political
scene.
world.
But you know what? Whatever goes on at the top doesn't matter because you got to work on the bottom first. So you got to
Exactly.
get involved at local and vote local. Um, Pay attention to who you're voting for at the. This is your little PSA: who you're voting for at the school board levels, at the city council levels, and the county levels. So um, that's just my little. Next week's the last week to sign up to get all that done. So
All right. So, as always, this is Mikayla.
this is Melina.
I remember sports are for girls too.
Whoop whoop.